what you say. That you meant well,
and you know you did what you say.
What you say. I lost the melody.
I did too. And I don't remember the lyrics like I always do. By the way, we start playing, so.
I am he.
If you want to bring up the thing, you can, but.
Ryan is also shirtless now. He
Yeah.
has joined me. The shirtless
Sorry if
muffin.
I ruined
It's
that
hot.
by forcing.
It's hot in here, okay?
Yes.
Don't judge me. I'm about to lose my pants.
I think
Next
that's
outburst.
a little far.
Next outburst, the pants are coming off.
But did you notice?
Shoes, staying on.
We have these things. Kind of interesting.
Hold on.
Oh.
Do they just give a lot of health? Oh,
Yeah,
4
they're-
times defense. Okay.
They're food that gives us stat boosts. And then this heal burns.
Heal burns.
Which, to be honest, I think we should get a couple of just in case.
We're not even gonna have the presence of mind to use that when you get burned.
We did with poison.
Only because it wouldn't go away otherwise.
Well, we'll see about burning.
For a while, at least.
Okay, but I don't know if we need to buy those. Oh, I did forget to do the sell thing, where you sell the parts so you can buy them later.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, and we have new stuff to purchase. We could get more defense and.
I don't know. We're kind of fine right now. Like
Oh,
I feel
get
like.
regen.
Okay, fair enough. +4.
Yeah, but we'd lose attack. I kind of
100 defense
Yeah, it's not worth it.
versus 40 defense. We still have no idea how exactly defense affects the
120.
damage that we take.
Oh, so this is just better right here.
Maybe we should.
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
we should just theorycraft. Maybe we should just like try to figure it out. Like we'll just
Well, the
find
best-
an enemy, does
Oh,
one
yeah.
attack, and equip something, take something off, see how that.
We could
changes.
try it. Sorry, I
I am he.
keep hitting B.
I don't,
Like-
theorycraft is not the right word there, but
no,
I like it, so I'm gonna use it anyway.
Do
correctly.
do the science, figure it out.
Do lay science,
Okay, that's way too expensive. I buy it because it's better, but
dude. It's a detective overcoat.
it, do you,
Yes. Oh no. Only because it doesn't show up on our person. If it showed up on our person, we'd be buying that shit.
that's a good
But
point.
this game is stupid, and it only gives us passive.
You know what, you're right, developer. You made a bad game just because you're not willing to
Idiot.
spend a shitload of time remodeling
Yes.
the model every single time
Yes.
somebody wants.
If you're gonna give me fashion options, like let me experience the fashion.
Yeah, because that's what this game is about. I kind of lost track of what the other thread of conversation was, but whatever.
Other thread of conversation?
Yeah.
Was there?
No, maybe
Key?
there wasn't. And we don't have the green key yet. So, we need to do the story. Was it being shirtless? Or we just
I mean,
haven't
yeah.
decided.
That was what we opened with. Well, that's what I opened with.
Oh,
Oh, it's you again.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Aurora.
yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. Like, why is this old lady?
We just had to like fight a horde of monsters to get to this spot.
Yeah.
How did you get here?
And before, she's like a martial arts
Crazy
master.
old Cora is her name. She would be with a name like that.
These men
She
are
would be.
dangerous.
Bah, I've known these meadows since I
She
was
didn't say
young.
ba.
There's
She said
not a
wa
creature
with a
here
W.
that could harm me.
That's true. Oh, that's sort of a ba.
That's a fucking lie.
So her excuse is that she just knows this meadow very well and nobody would attack her. So that's why she's able to get here.
Okay.
If that's the case, then you should be safe if you stay here, Cor.
Well,
that's the
that's
case.
impossible,
You should be
my
fine
dear.
and you stay here,
I'm not here to
Cora.
sightsee. I have a task to complete.
My nose
and I
is
will not
constantly
leave
stuffed
Can you
up.
let me listen to the goddamn story without trying to make me laugh?
You've barely been listening the whole time.
I'm listening right now. I told you about the thing that she wasn't attacked because she knows the meadow very well. and
Once
the monsters
Ryan
won't-
takes off the shirt, he's suddenly invested in the story. Okay.
And you've done so much
We
for
see
Aurora.
now that Ryan is more invested
You're
in...
distracting me.
Narrative,
Shut the
the
fuck
less
up.
clothing is-
Shut the
Searching for
fuck
lord of this
up.
estate. I've been told he can help me. Perhaps while we're searching for him, we can find whatever it is you're looking for.
Really then? Well, then I'll go.
This
for a
not
drive,
achieved the
my
results I
dear boy.
wanted.
If you do truly wish to speak with the owner of this estate,
What is it you need?
This is what
there
you
are
wanted?
4
Yes, I want. I'm paying attention to the story.
Each mansion is an
Okay,
item.
I did make it a bit awkward, but
Take this green resonance gem, my dear. You
There
can
we
use
go.
it to
We got
travel
that
around
gem
these
so we
meadows
can go down
much
there.
quicker than I
I'm
am.
glad that we heard that. We got the gem.
Not too comfortable leaving an old lady here.
Neither am I, Fidget, but she seems to know.
Yeah, but do you?
I mentioned a while ago I want to pay more attention to the story, and I'm
Honestly,
I just don't think this is the game.
For all
You don't
I
think so?
To
I hope you're
what's the phrase? Die on that hill for this game.
fair. I wouldn't die on the hill. Fair point. I shouldn't completely stop conversation, but
I'm not angry at you for doing that.
shut the fuck up.
It's just funny that that happened, and then we listened to the story, and gotta say, it's super worth listening to it. I gotta say, it really paid
All
off.
right, look,
No,
it's
it paid
not
off.
like it's
Do you have
not.
to talk to her again because she has a leaf?
I thought that, but no, that's just meaning that we have a current quest with
Okay.
her.
Thank you for paying attention.
Yeah.
Right.
You're welcome.
Not really story, but close. It's story adjacent.
Yes, it's story adjacent. Okay, so to go up, we need that jump ability, which we might get here actually. So maybe I was wrong about me having it in the
One
other.
would hope.
Yeah.
We don't have the green key. We do have the green key. She gave it to us. Duh.
Yeah. And it's not that like, yeah. It's not that the story is vital. It's not that like old Korra gave us story that we needed to listen to. It's the fact that we're paying attention to notice the moments of the world building, the character development, and the bits of story that might be hidden within the dialogue that we've been ignoring. Because to be honest, if you ask me what is the story, what are all the characters about, I have no fucking clue.
Actually, I have no idea.
Exactly, because we're not paying fucking attention. And so that's why I'm like, you know.
I remember there's a general, and he
Yeah.
knows us. We're either his son or friend.
There's some
I think friend.
moon aliens.
I think we confirmed it as friend. I think he said something like,
Yeah, we
when
know
did you
him.
grow a heart, your old friend, or something like that.
We definitely knew him in the past.
Even though he uses, like, compassionate language describing how his friend used to be
Mm-hmm.
heartless, or, you know,
yeah, used to not care so much.
yes.
Yeah.
Old friend, when did you become so nice?
Since I murdered a million
When did you
people.
become such a goody two-shoes bitch,
You know,
old friend?
I think it's all the murder.
Bitch ass.
But yeah, so we don't fucking know the story. That's why I'm like, let's pay a little more attention. I want to pay a little more attention. Because although the difference between this and like a AAA game is that like there's definitely a lack polish. Like sure, the voice acting could be better. I don't think it's bad personally. Sure, there's some elements of wonkiness.
Hold
There's
on,
not a
I'm
lot of
gonna
polish.
do my impression of the main character. Fidget, we need to,
Dust, is that you?
yes, Fidget. Don't you remember? Can't you tell by clogged sinuses and inability to give any emotional weight to the things I'm saying?
You can give emotional.
No, he can't. Except for over emotional when he like wails at the death of that one dude from the last area.
Because I think that's what I guess my little element there of trying to be defensive of him is that being the serious you? Because you're definitely joking to a degree.
Definitely.
Do you actually think that like
I don't think he's bad. I do think that his voice is nasally, and it does upset me that you don't agree.
Okay, I agree. I was being defensive purely because I thought it was kind of like because I understand that to make a game is fucking hard. Mm-hmm. It is fucking hard. Like I do not have the power myself to do that. And you know, I think they definitely put a lot of effort and attempt. Or not attempt, but like
just spawning enemies.
I think so. Yeah, I'm wondering, do I have to?
I think you have to kill the enemies.
I have to kill him with Fidget.
Oh, I see.
I think.
At least you can hit him with fidgets. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there might be another way to do it, but
And so I want to be careful about like not, you know, people being aware or like awareness that like they're not doing a bad job. There's a lack of polish. They could be better. Yes, his voice is nasally, but like, I think overall, like it is a good and well crafted.
Even if, sorry to interrupt you.
No,
even
definitely,
if
go ahead.
the voice acting was genuinely, like, I really loved it and thought it was very powerful, I would still find it funny and always comment about his nasally voice. Like, I'm not saying it ruins it because his voice is nasally. I'm just saying that I think it's funny that his voice is nasally.
Okay, yeah, fair point. I was like, my
But
usual
down
self.
is
Yes, down. Being overly defensive and self-conscious. But yeah, his voice is nasal as fuck, dude. It's fucking nasal.
Thank you. Alright, well, good.
So go right for the keys.
Well,
No, go right for the keys. It'll loop back to the same spot.
fair enough. That looks like a nose. Did you
back-
notice that right as I walked up
What
here?
looks like a nose? Oh, that?
This.
Yeah, it does look like a nose. Like somebody's like laying in the dirt.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
super
just
chill.
the nose, really.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
A disembodied nose laying in the dirt.
because I was thinking about this because I saw the Mr. Rogers movie, Won't You Be My Neighbor, and and it makes me think about like elements of empathy and what makes something very emotionally powerful. And I also talked to you before about games that I feel they aren't they're not AAA games, they're not well polished, they have flaws, but they have a soul to them. They have like a special something to them that makes them better than extremely well crafted and polished games.
I don't know
And-
if better is the right word, but like it makes them...
Sometimes I think better.
Yes, I think sometimes agree.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like,
Not always.
yeah, I think it's just like you can recognize that that has elements about it that are very good,
Yeah.
but while still being unpolished.
Yeah. But the point I was wanting to make with that is that like, I think part of that and why why a game like Undertale crafted by a single person can resonate with people so much stronger than a Battlefield or a Call of Duty or even like a God of War. Like I think Undertale resonated with people, and some people maybe even thinks Undertale is a more enjoyable game for them personally than God of War, which we both agree you have to use fidget attacks.
Yeah, I know. I was just testing.
We both agree that God of War is an amazingly crafted game. A lot of attention to detail, a lot of effort, and a lot of talent went into it. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
But somehow Undertale does things that God of War does not, and does certain things better. Would you agree with that? Or there's
I have
something.
to think about it more.
Fair enough.
I'm not ready to say yes or no to that. Here's what I would say.
Okay.
My opinion about why Undertale is so good, or why a lot of people really like it, or what's special, is that it is a deconstruction of RPGs, and I think part of it is that it's a singular focus from one person, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But I think a main part of it is just that it is a mature piece of... I can't believe I died in one hit from that thing.
Yeah. This is gonna be kind of tough. 'Cause our
I
fidget
think it's a
isn't very
mature piece of media, or it's a mature piece of art, in that it takes the next step of what's that genre? What's the genre of Undertale? What would you say?
JRPG?
It's JRPG, but not necessarily
classic RPG, like
classic RPG. Yeah,
old school RPG.
it is a deconstruction of RPGs that you can tell that this person
loves
loves RPGs, understands what is good about them, and does that in a way that's unique, and says something about the thing that the way RPGs, like, we're dancing around it, the way that death works in that game, where or killing works in that game, where you're I don't know if encouraged is the right word to do a no-kill run.
Well, there's a very significant story element to the fact.
Yes, it takes that mechanic. It takes what is really a throwaway aspect of RPGs where you kill enemies.
Where you just kill
and makes
and there's
that,
no
like,
consequence.
the main moral focus of the game.
Yeah. That's definitely a strong element of it.
And not only that, like, I'd have to, like, be looking at gameplay to point out. I bet if I was looking at gameplay, I could easily point out like a bunch of the things that it's doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like I even have done that, but I'm not able to recall that right at this moment.
Yeah. That's fair. And I'm not disagreeing with any of that, but the point I want to make is I think that another element of it is because it's crafted by one person and it's one person's passion and love. That almost the whole game is...
I think the electric power is better for this guy.
Yeah, you're probably right. Let me try... Yeah, okay. RB. Because it follows him. Yeah, so that's why he spawns enemies, is for you to build juice. Is that because it's a singular vision... This is going to be really hard. We might want to go off and do something else to... Okay, alright, keep going.
Thing is, we die. I'm
saying we might.
We might hit from most enemies. Like,
well, if we level up one more time, I think we wouldn't.
I think we just need to focus more on defensive play.
Maybe. I think we can. We can definitely do it now.
Yes, agreed.
I'm just wondering if it's
worth doing now.
Yes. But
my opinion, I'll just say before you continue, my opinion is that it is not worthwhile to go do something else before. I don't think we're going to get significantly stronger between doing something else and now. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay, go ahead.
Maybe. So like for Undertale, because it's a singular crafted passion project, there is a lot of soul and emotional elements that go into it. Like, there's a singular vision by a singular person that they very much, like, they've thought really long and hard about exactly what kind of experience they want, in such that almost every single element they craft into the game has that emotional and experiential background. Where in a AAA game where all the people working on God of War, a lot of the artists probably don't understand a lot of what the director is actually wanting from the game. The director probably helps tell them, and because it's a good game, there's probably very good communication throughout the team to understand and make a cohesive product. But the whole game isn't exactly a super like it feels like a AAA game has just like slightly different feel to it than something like Undertale.
Yeah, this is actually not doing much damage to him.
No, not much does. It's just we have to do a lot of hits, period. So we'll give a couple more tries and then...
Alright, so I wasn't paying attention to my character. I was looking at the enemy when I should have been looking at my character.
Fair enough. Oh, we can do that. Oh, I don't know if I equipped one of the things I bought too. Yeah, that would help. So yeah, what would be your explanation of why Undertale had, other than, well, you already saw it.
I would say that my other explanation, it's not that I disagree with any of what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I think that's all true, and I think that it does make it better. Or saying that almost makes it sounds like I'm precluding that. Mm-hmm. You know, a joint project with a bunch of people that can't achieve the same level.
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessarily true, but I think it's just much easier to fall into there are downsides to working in a big group.
Yeah.
And while they aren't unavoidable, they are easy to fall into. And there's a bit of a trade-off there where you say like, okay, maybe it won't be as unique of an experience. Maybe it won't be as... I mean, to say special is basically saying unique again, so
yeah, that's true.
I don't want to say it, but that's essentially where I'm going. Like, that's what I'm thinking about.
Well, one thing I do want to say real quick is I'm not trying to say this to say that one is better than the other. But
sure, I'm not saying that either.
Yeah. I'm trying to do it as a way to... Because it's just something I'm thinking about, like, again, with, like, Mr. Rogers and Mr. Rogers' movie, like one thing that, you know, how he had such a low, relatively speaking, low production thing that was done vastly different than all television, and how it still worked despite that, has to do, I think, with that element and that character and that strong love and desire that something like Undertale gets put into, that something like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood that got put into it.
Yeah, but would you say that it's not like
And that's just something I'm thinking.
It's not like he was trying to be different. It was more that the thing that he wanted to do is different than what everyone was doing.
Yes.
He wasn't interested in doing what everyone was doing, in other words.
Yeah, I mean,
He himself has
he was aware of it, but yes.
He's aware of it, but it was more, in my eyes at least, it was more that he had a strong...
Can we go
to the
far right? Yeah. Because I think we had a...
I think it dead ends, right?
Yeah, I think it dead ends, but I want to double check. But anyways, continue.
Yeah. I think it was more that more that there was a way that he wanted to do it, and maybe the fact that it was a way that hadn't been done before was something that was important to him. But I think to him it was more just about the way that he wanted to do his show was the way he knew it needed to be done, or what it was effectively what his art is. Like, it was how he wanted to express himself and how he wanted what he thought was most important, and not concerned about how other things are being done, like not actively avoiding how other things are how other shows are being produced. Or maybe he was, I guess he was in certain degrees, like he actively avoided like the kind of commercialism that is involved in most kids shows.
Commercialism, and also avoided the
knowing that is a hallmark of kids entertainment.
Yeah. Well, he also avoided the attention grabbing element that the other shows had.
Sure. But I guess I just tend to view it more in terms of...
I'm thinking we can just skip these.
Yeah, but why not?
Okay, fair enough. Just because we keep dying, so I'm like...
a little bit of time to do.
Fair enough. And the reason I sort of think about... Because, like, I think that very much is a tie-in to something like YouTube, and a lot of individually crafted and constructed, or even dual, in our case, things. Because I do want to make a good show. I want to make I want to make a show on the Excellent Boys that I feel good about and has a purpose to a degree, and that other people enjoy, and that other people, when they watch it,
I almost died.
Well, you almost, I think, just hurt yourself with the dust. Oh,
I went the wrong way.
Yeah, that thing died. Would you be fine if I went off elsewhere?
Do whatever you want. It's your turn. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life.
So I'm thinking about those things because, like, I want to, with our show, like, understand, figure out how we can
finish this point. Don't go anywhere.
Because we're gonna go forward on this.
Don't spoil it.
I think I finished my point. It's sort of just like it's something I've been thinking about because it's something I'm wondering how it can be crafted into a show like this. Because we both have YouTubers that we really like to watch ourselves, and that we really enjoy the content of, and we find special, and we like to have in our life, or it experienced in our life. And I'm thinking about, like, why that is, how that is.
I'm listening to you.
I know you are, but you're distracting me.
I am a little bit.
Okay.
Purposefully. Go ahead.
Because that's the strength of the YouTube Minium. Like, wondering how it's done with other people. Thank you, Michael. Other people's peepees. That'd be Pornhub.
That's what you use?
It's got a lot of content. I'll tell you that. Okay.
Is that your go-to?
I'm not commenting on that.
Wants to be a teacher.
Wants to be a teacher. Nothing wrong with teachers.
Even
going
teachers
to
use porn.
Yes,
all right.
Okay.
So, like, come on.
So, like, understanding that, because we do have
we're out of time for this explanation. We're gonna have to do it next time.
Okay, let me wrap it up real quick. Because we have a desire to make a show that we feel good about, that we enjoy, that we want, that other people will watch, and other people want to watch.
I want that shit. Go on.
And I'm interested in discussing with you all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too. We've discussed it a lot. Have we not?
No, that is true. And that's why I'm smiling right now.
Always smiling. Always be smiling. ABS. That's what that stands for.
It does. Not always be spamming.
And definitely not
that's
anti-break.
System? Yeah, anti-brakes or automatic brakes.
Automatic brake system. It was like anti is not right.
Anyways, now we're going off in a stupid tangent. Fuck you, Michael.
Stupid.
See you guys next
Fuck
time.
you.